Hey everyone, and welcome to What Did I Miss? With the release of the new Fallout live-action series on Amazon Prime, hopefully only months away, we are learning more and more about the story and setting of this post-apocalyptic narrative. So today, I have a huge update for you about this highly anticipated series that not only includes when the series will be done filming, but also our first confirmed faction that will be appearing on screen, along with some more leaked photos that reveal a lot more. But don't worry, nothing that I cover here would be considered spoilers. Before I get into this, I just want to thank you for clicking on this video and ask if you do enjoy it to hit that like button. Make sure that you are subscribed too so that you don't miss out on any of my Fallout updates. Just think of it as you upgrading our companion status without needing to flirt. If you follow this channel, you already know that I've been scouring the internet for leaks and updates about the Fallout series since it started filming. I have already released 2 videos in the past few months, and if you have not checked those out yet, you definitely should, and I will link them in the description. But in case you haven't, I've already shared some various pictures of filming that include 2 vaults, Vaults 32 and Vault 33, along with a super duper mart and an incredibly game-accurate Red Rocket station. The Fallout series will star Walton Goggins, who is honestly one of my favorite actors. Seriously, name another actor that could have played Boyd Crowder from Justified, Venus from Sons of Anarchy, and Baby Billy Freeman from The Righteous Gemstones. He himself has confirmed that he will be playing a ghoul, or a survivor of the wasteland nuclear fallout that has been disfigured and could be hundreds of years old. I myself hope that he is playing a character similar to that of Hancock from the game Fallout 4, but given his ability to make every character he plays his own, I'm sure that he will put a twist on it. Also starring are Ella Purnell, who has been in a lot of things lately, like Yellow Jackets, Zack Snyder's Army of the Dead, and she even voices a character on the animated Star Trek series Prodigy. Rumor has it that she will be playing a protagonist, possibly similar to the type of character a player would create in the game. They will be joined by Kyle MacLachlan, who has an extensive list of acting credits, including Dune, Twin Peaks, and The Doors. No official word yet on his character, but I'm thinking that he could be playing a character similar to a Vault Overseer. In the last week or so, there have been quite a few pictures that have leaked onto the internet concerning Fallout, which could be for good reason. This is because the series has actually finished filming, which is exciting, because this is a very good sign that the show will be ready for release in 2023, possibly even in the third quarter of the year. We can see here that crew members were given this really nice leather jacket at the closing party that has the Vault 33 logo on it. It sounds like Vault 33 will be the main vault we see this season and possibly where our protagonist begins their journey. The pictures of Vault 32 look to be a little worse for wear, like something has happened to the residents there that has caused a panic. Here is another cool picture of what looks like a game-accurate vault door Pip-Boy interface. Someone with a Pip-Boy would be able to open and close a vault door using this device. On the left, there is a sign on the fridge that says Hondo, which is the secret working title for the Fallout series. Many films and series use different titles to confuse fans while filming, and probably the most infamous use of this is when George Lucas filmed Return of the Jedi and he used the working title Blue Harvest. You can see the sign also references a dog department, and this along with a Red Rocket set pic may be a hint that dog meat will appear in the series as well. Dogmeat being a canine companion of the main character in the Fallout 4 game. But this picture is probably the most telling of any that have leaked so far, so I'm going to break it down piece by piece. First off, there are a lot of items here that are found in the Fallout games. I see a fan, which is a piece of junk the player can pick up, along with what could be a fusion cell, which is a type of ammunition. On the wrist of the person in the scene, we can see our first good look at the Pip-Boy that will be used in the series. The Pip-Boy is a staple of the Fallout game universe, having appeared in every major release since the first game, although the design has changed over the years. This design looks simpler than the game versions, but is probably a bit more realistic. Some of the versions in the game are pretty big, so it's hard to imagine someone just walking around with this big thing on their arm. This pic was also released of the Pip-Boy GUI, or the graphic user interface, but I tend to believe that this is either a placeholder or possibly even fake. It is very game accurate to the Fallout 4 version of the Pip-Boy GUI, which would make sense for the show to use this as a placeholder until they come up with something new. The reason I don't believe this is real is because in the bottom here, you can see a level meter. It would be awesome if the show could work in the leveling system into the live action series, because existentially, I think we as humans are always trying to level up.
Am I right?
But given the fact that this is probably not the case, this GUI we see here is probably not the one we will get in the show, but it is possible. The biggest reveal, though, in this picture is the presence of a New California Republic flag in the room. The New California Republic, or NCR as they are commonly known, became a major faction in the Fallout series, especially in the game Fallout New Vegas. As their name would have you believe, They are based solely on the west coast of the United States, which finally confirms where the series will be taking place. This has been a point of discussion since the series was filmed both on the western part of the country along with the east coast. Having the series set on the west coast also makes sense when you consider that in the Fallout games, the vaults seem to have been numbered with the lowest numbered vaults on the west coast and the highest numbered on the east coast. The first Fallout game was also based on the west coast, so this is a nice callback to that. The NCR are basically the good guys in the Fallout games, as their actions seem to be for the greater good, so we will see if that is how they are portrayed in the series. But the fact that this flag is in a vault also has some ramifications. The NCR were created after the bombs dropped and the vaults were sealed, so if there is an NCR flag in a vault, that means that this vault is not only open, but is working with the outside world. Unfortunately, we can't see if this is Vault 32 or Vault 33 in the picture, but I'm going to guess that it's Vault 33. In the games, the vaults themselves become their own story, since the inhabitants of almost every vault were subject to some type of experimentation by the people who created them. This means that opening a vault door in the game more often than not will get you killed, and there are not many that have open relationships with the outside world. I have to admit though, this next pick got me more excited than a hit a buff jet, because here we see a friggin' vertibird cockpit with a minigun attached. I'm really shocked at the lengths that the producers of this show are going to while creating this universe in just its first season, as I expected to meet possibly one faction and maybe two. But now that we know that the NCR will be a part of the series, this shot of a vertibird would seem to confirm that either the Brotherhood of Steel or the Enclave will be a part of the series as well. The BOS are one of the most popular factions from Fallout and are closely associated with the power armor that you have already seen evidence of on set. I thought for a second that this could be the Crash vertibird that the player finds towards the beginning of Fallout 4, where they get power armor and a minigun, but you can see from the background that this vertibird is supposed to be in the air. There's also a lot of room in this cockpit, which again leads me to believe that someone in power armor is meant to be in here. These pictures really have me excited for the series and what it could be, given how much they are taking from the games. We have already seen with the success of The Last of Us how popular a good video game adaptation can be. And I would argue that Fallout is a more popular series of games than The Last of Us is, so the live action series has a chance to become even more of a phenomenon. Plus, there's plenty that we have not seen yet, including what the main characters will look like. Let me know in the comments, what would you like to see in live action from the Fallout games? Are you looking forward to seeing wasteland abominations like Deathclaws, weird and sometimes helpful robots, or are you just excited to see this new universe as a whole come to life? Me personally, I would love to see Liberty Prime show up at some point, because that robot in Fallout 3 is what got me hooked to the series. But let me know, what from the games are you excited to see on your TV screen? That is all I have, but let me know in the comments if I missed anything. Thank you very much for joining me, and don't forget to hit the like and subscribe buttons, and I will see you next time on What Did I Miss? If you've got the chutzpah.